Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I'm really big on the idea of employers and business owners focusing on their core business and really not on things that end up ultimately undermining their business because they get away from what's best. And I can't tell you, we kind of have a theme going on here on today's program of white-collar crime and people ending up in jail for stuff that they didn't even know was criminal is becoming rampant. Worldwide, the United States has 5% of the population and 25% of all known prisoners are in the United States. I mean, that should say volumes. And so I think particularly when it comes to fiduciary issues, your payroll, the way you manage your money, you got to be careful, which is why a lot of smart people, they outsource this. And I don't understand why everyone doesn't outsource it. And we've got someone on here today who's going to talk just about that. And that's Mark Sherman. He is the regional sales manager for a company called Progressive Employer Management Company. And I get the impression you might be relatively new to the position. Is that correct?
I'm new to the company, only been about a half a year now, but I've been in this industry for over 25 years.
Yeah, I think we found out about you because they sent a press release to let us know, mainly I think your expansion in the Houston market.
That's exactly right. PEMCO is based out of Sarasota, Florida, but we've been operating in Texas for probably 10 years, and now we're really expanding and putting a full court press on the market.
Now, I didn't see those three magic letters yet, but I'm assuming you're a PEO?
That's right. We're a professional employer organization.
Yeah, absolutely, which those are amazing. What is it about Florida being the mecca of PEOs?
That's it. Really, the whole idea originated out of Florida. It was really the birthplace of PEO. There are hundreds of PEOs that operate out of Florida. That's really where all the regulation started for PEO, and then all the other states have now created all the licensing and regulation throughout the country for other states.
So tell me a little bit about the kind of companies you like to work with.
Small and medium-sized businesses are perfect for us because, as you mentioned early on, they want to grow their business. Their core job is to grow and create revenue, and so small businesses don't have the bandwidth to be able to handle all the regulations that are required by the federal and state governments. There's over 400 federal and state regulations that employers have to comply to. It's very difficult for them, obviously, as a small or medium-sized business to have the expertise inside to be able to manage that.
No question about it. No question about it. And so when you say small, is that as few as 2 or 3?
Usually we like to target companies 10 employees and above in size.
And a big company would be how big?
A big company might be up to 1,000 employees. We have
really?
Clients. Yes.
Your sweet spot is what range?
The sweet spot's going to be in that 20 to 50 employee size company.
It's a good size company.
Uh-huh.
And verticals?
The construction, if you look at the history of the industry, the blue-collar kind of construction-related businesses were kind of a core competency for us. But what PEOs have done, and PEMCO specifically, is really focus on improving their HR strategy. So now even white-collar businesses as well can benefit from utilizing our services.
Yeah, very cool. And so what percentage of your business is blue-collar?
It's probably about 30%. I can't tell you exactly, but that's approximately what it would be. The
blue collar is 30%?
Yeah.
So the vast majority is white collar.
So the vast majority is gray and white, which would make up the bigger portion.
That certainly helps from a workers' comp perspective.
It does help from a workers' comp perspective because part of what we do is reduce risk. We provide access to risk experts and HR experts that help, as you pointed out early on, keep, I guess you could say, employers out of court.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep them out of court. Uh-huh. So, what's the trend been? I'm assuming, especially since Obamacare, that things have just exploded for you guys.
That's absolutely a major insurgence or infusion of energy into our industry. It's important to point out that not all PEOs offer what we call large group master plan benefits programs. There's only a very small percentage of companies who do. PEMCO is one of them. And that has really been helpful to the enormous increase in amount of regulation that's come out of the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. We help employers with that. They're like a deer in the headlights right now with all of that. And if they turn it over to us, it kind of makes their life a whole lot easier and a lot more secure related to staying in compliance with regulation.
No question about it. No question about it. I hate Obamacare, but I'm glad for friends of mine that another industry created. And that is certainly, always a big concern. So much of our industries, and I'm using quotation marks, the problem with being on radio, are meant to keep people in compliance with government. And we wonder why we aren't the exporting leader that we used to be. But I love companies like yours because that is the one hope, is that they'll be able to focus on what they do best. No one does this best except for companies like yours.
That's exactly right. We tell a lot of our employers, you didn't go in business to be an HR company. You went in business to be a muffler repair shop, or whether you're a engineering firm. They're usually a spinoff of a large firm, and they want to start their own business. They have no idea what to do, and dealing with all the regulations, laws, how to provide benefits. We do all the administration, and sometimes there's cost benefit too. We're kind of aggregating and buying in volume, and we can pass a lot of those savings on to the clients as well.
How many people do you have working with you here in the greater Houston area?
In Houston, we have only 2 people down here. We'll be opening an office down here. The Dallas office has 6 salespeople in that market, and we have HR specialists in that market as well, and we also have a risk consultant that covers this region.
Interesting. And so how many people do you plan on having in this office?
I think we'll have probably 6 to 8 people here within the next year or so. We'll be expanding in this market.
Interesting.
Houston's a great market. I've been in this market myself personally for 20 years with other companies in this industry, and we're really anxious to expand here.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. I mean, they're bringing you down, right?
That's right. I'm here.
Did you come from the Irving area?
I'm actually originally from the Midwest, and I've lived all around the country.
Yeah.
But
I'm from Michigan, by the way.
Are you? I'm from St. Louis.
My dad was born in Alton.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Small world. Absolutely. Now, I've been in Houston in this industry now for almost 20 years.
So they hired you from here.
That's right.
Which is awesome.
Yes. So I'm commuting back and forth. I'm tearing up the I-45.
As you know, yeah, I guess you are. As you know more than most, Houston's the biggest small town in America. And so it's great I think it's always sensible to hire people that know this area.
Absolutely.
And so that's fantastic. Absolutely. So, I think that's exciting. What part of town do you think your offices are going to be located?
Probably in the energy corridor.
Makes sense.
If you look
a lot of Beltway,
right? A lot of high growth companies there that
relatively new.
That's right. Startup companies in the energy space that need what we do. They provide benefits to their employees. They usually are spinning off from a large energy company, and they're starting their own business, and we can help them with that.
When do you think that's going to happen?
I probably. Right after the first of the year is probably realistically when we'll actually grow.
But meanwhile, you'll
be
doing plenty of accumulating clients in the interim.
Absolutely. And we'll be expanding. We can have salespeople that actually work virtual in the market, so that's what we'll do first is hire them to work out of their homes, and then we'll eventually open up an office here.
How old is this company nationally?
20 years.
And how many markets or states?
We're in 38 states.
38 states. Mark Sherman, he's a new regional sales manager for a company called Progressive Employer, but you can tell by talking to him, he certainly isn't new to the industry.
That's correct.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for your insight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We enjoyed it. And you can learn more by going to progressiveemployer.com. That's progressiveemployer.com. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, much more for you on tomorrow's program. But I do want to remind you, actually, no, not tomorrow. We have one more segment coming up here on The Price of Business. And looking forward to that, too. Remember, the best content here shows up over there at usatoreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.
Taking that time right behind my